What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to be talking about Nintendo's weakest selling console, and that, my friends, is the Nintendo Wii U. I've had the Wii U back when I was like, okay, I don't know, it's been years. Back when I was I guess a kid turning into a teen. Back then, I remember opening up my Wii U to see what was this all about. And because, a new console. And, man, those times really go by. I have a bit of nostalgia for those days, honestly. But as I grow over time, I start to realize the Wii U has been suffering a lot back then. Oh my god, you do not want to know what happened. But we'll talk about all that stuff. Back when I played only Mario titles and Kirby, I guess, and Donkey Kong, which was just one title. But, yeah. Let's just go to the history of the Wii U. The Wii U launched in 2012, depending on where you live. And the launch title games wasn't really the greatest. And I guess for 2012, my highlights for there would be New Super Mario Bros. U, despite being controversial-ish. And there was also Nintendo Land, which is a very underrated game. And I think it should be a sequel to this. There should really be a sequel of that to the Switch instead of 1-2 Switch. That game is trash. So yeah. But most of the time, the Wii U had a lot of droughts, which is a bunch of gaps of games, which I also see people talk about the Wii U era. We'll get more into that later. But yeah, that's 2012. For mostly me. There was a bunch of other games, but I think most people just forgot because the Wii U I think one of the biggest problems with the Wii U that it lacked third-party support most of the time. Just lacking of third parties, basically. So that's really one of the major problems with the Wii U. And also just the way how it's supposed to work. There's a gamepad that you use for some of their games, even though I've only used the gamepad in like, oh god, how many games? Exactly. So yeah, there's some exceptions, but otherwise, I don't know. There's not a lot of games to really use the gamepad besides Nintendo Land, Mario 3D World. By the way, that was one of the highlights of 2013. Yeah, there was Mario 3D World. I think that was really the only highlight. There was also Game & Wario. There was also Pikmin 3. Yeah, those are pretty cool, I guess. And games that also use the gamepad. Well, depending on Pikmin 3, but still. But yeah, those are games that were used for the gamepad most of the time. But most of the time, you're not really going to be needing it. You can just get a Wii U Pro controller. It's like one of the most underrated Nintendo controllers. It actually feels really comfortable. It's not my favorite controller. That's probably the GameCube controller, but it's very, very nice. It's very nice to use, honestly. The only a few exceptions is probably the Mario spin-offs or something. We'll talk about that later. For 2014, which was probably my favorite year of the Wii U, to be honest, and it's not because, a Donkey Kong title, but it was also, the Lego Movie video game! I unironically love this game. I love the Lego Movie, by the way. It's like my favorite of all the Lego movies I've watched. It's really good. I remember getting this on my Wii U and like obsessed with it. I should get it again, honestly. There was also Mario Kart 8. I really like that game despite a slow-ass roster. There was also Bayonetta games. I didn't really play them at the time. And there was also Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which was an interesting game. And, of course, the highlight, Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Easily my favorite year of the Wii U. Just great games overall, honestly. So, yeah, definitely 2014 was definitely my year for the Wii U, honestly. And after that, things went a different direction. 2015. There were some exceptions of 2015, but boy, it was a hit or miss that time. There was great titles I liked. Splatoon 1, Mario Maker, Yoshi's Woolly World. Those are all fine games. But there was games I'm not a fan of. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Mario Tennis Ultra Trash, Mario Party 10 to some extent. So yeah, Wii U was the 2015 was a hit or miss for the Wii U, honestly. I mean, I kind of played Mario Party 10 a lot, although that was probably because Donkey Kong was making a comeback and Rosalina was a playable character now. Back when I only cared about those types of games and stuff. because you know me, I'm a huge DK and Rosalina supporter, so yeah. And then there was 2016. There really wasn't much. This was the last year they ever. This was the last year that they ever supported Wii U. The only highlight I had with the Wii U in 2016 really was Paper Mario Color Splash, and there was also Mario Sonic at the 2016 Olympic Games, I guess, which were fine. Yeah, I don't know. 2016 was probably the weakest year for me. I think the only amazing game I played was Kirby Planet Robot, even though I think it's a little overrated. So yeah, that's that era. I know we're talking about 3DS, whatever. The Wii U, it was back at the time when the Switch got revealed, so yeah. So, how does the Wii U hold up all these years later? I still think it's a pretty good console. Now, the actual era, however, the only eras I remember are probably, like, controversy with these games and stuff. I think 2015, 2016 were, like, the weakest years, for sure. For me, at least. There were some exceptions, but still. And there was also the Rosalina versus Daisy discussions. We will talk about that in a later video, I promise. And then, yeah, there was a lot of controversy around that time. If anyone, because I've seen discussions on Twitter about the current era, the Switch era, and now the Wii U era, people comparing it. I think it's mostly because of these free updates we've been dealing with lately. I'd rather be in the Switch era than the Wii U era, to be honest. I'm not even kidding. Like, Mario spin-offs, yeah, they're not, I can't say none of them are amazing. I think Battle League, Tennis Aces, Mario Party Superstars, the only exceptions I can enjoy, oh, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Those are the ones I can enjoy, but if others don't enjoy it, I can understand why. Free updates has kind of just been killing these multiplayer experiences. So, yeah. But other than that, and there was also some Wii U ports as well, which are debatable whether if you think they're worth it or not. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario 3D World and Tropical Freeze, in my heart, are worth the extra price. But other titles, I don't know. I haven't really played most of them anyway, so yeah. But I think the real highlight of the Wii U, at least for me, was the Virtual Console. Yes, the Virtual Console. Now it's debatable whether if you want a library of games you can have for free, or buying the own game you want and you keep it forever. I prefer it that way. Buying the game, you keep it forever, instead of how Nintendo is handling it. I don't hate the Switch Online like most do, at least a library of games, but it's just poorly executed. And the expansion pass explains that. So, yeah, that's the only exception I got with the Nintendo Switch Online service. I don't hate it like most do, but it's handled poorly compared to what I'm used to. Buying the game, I'd rather just buy a game I keep on my Switch forever than a library of games. I'm probably not, there's like only 3 of them I'm only gonna play, honestly. So, yeah, I know some people are not gonna agree with me, but I just prefer it that way. It's just a better experience in my opinion. So yeah, but if we compare that to the Switch era, there are some exceptions. Because I've seen discussions like, oh, which era is better? I mean, they both have their problems, the Switch era and the Wii U era. I think the GameCube Wii era was the better timeline to be in, honestly. Donkey Kong titles I really liked, even though it was mostly return stuff. Mario spin-off games that were actually had a lockable. Super Mario Galaxy being one of my favorite games of all time. GameCube titles I really love, like Super Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario, bunch of other titles, especially. Yeah, that era is probably my favorite era for Nintendo. It could be nostalgia talking, but I just think that's the better timeline, the GameCube era. And also, Rosalina being playable in Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart Deluxe being one of my favorite Mario Kart games. Alright, I'm talking too much now. You get my point. I just rather be in that era compared to what we're used to. The Switch era still has a lot of variety, especially the third-party support. But, it's not perfect by any means. The spin-off titles, the sports multiplayer experiences, besides maybe Splatoon, are definitely suffering for others within the community. It's been a long-ass argument over these free updates thing, and I know I've been bringing it up in a lot of videos lately, but, like, I don't know, it's just been a problem lately. If there's a new Mario Baseball and this suffers this, will I buy it? I'll buy it. They're freaking fun at the end of the day, so yeah. But I'm not gonna regard any criticism is valid, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, after all these years later, I still like the Wii U, honestly, and I'm gonna keep it forever. Yes, I still own the Wii U. I mostly keep it because of the classic titles on Virtual Console and stuff like that. And as for the Wii U games itself, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World, the Bayonetta titles, Pikmin 3, Mario Kart 8, even if most of these are on the Wii U now, or on the Switch, I mean, there's still some fun times. I had a lot of nostalgia with the Wii U days, for the better or the worse. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you have the Wii U, what are your thoughts on it? How do you feel about the Wii U era, if you know that at all? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.